So my brothers and my sisters, as we embrace this urgency of creating the beloved community, now is the time to be love. Love means understanding, redemptive goodwill toward all which seeks nothing in return. So be love by implementing the demands of justice to eliminate the school to prison pipeline that has so many black children entrapped. Be love by correcting voting policies that seek to suppress the votes of millions of black and brown people. Be love and implement the demands of justice by transforming a society that is disproportionately violent toward black lives, including black transgendered lives and indigenous lives. Be love and correct false narratives and economic policies that continue to divide and pit poor and working class black and white people against each other. Be love and implement demands of justice where systems and structures are deconstructed and lead the way of living in community that reimagines just, humane, equitable, and sustainable policies, practices, and behaviors. Love your enemies. Bless them that curse you. Do good to them who hate you, and pray for them that despitefully use you and abuse you. Be love and do justice and love mercy and walk humbly with our God.
Students with King serves as the King Center's flagship engagement platform for elementary, middle, and high school students, highlighting the legacies of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., Mrs. Coretta Scott King, and the impact of the 20th century American Civil Rights Movement. Our dynamic and interactive programming has reached over 1 million students worldwide. Our core learning programs introduce students to the philosophy of Kingian nonviolence, coined Nonviolence 365, and provide important lessons about how they can apply nonviolence in their immediate environments. Whether you're an educator who is looking for ways to bring the King legacy into your classroom, a student who wants to learn more about this powerful moral movement, or a parent who wants to get your child involved in character building and literacy development activities, Students with King is your one-stop shop for unique lesson plans, teaching resources, educational field trips, and other opportunities to engage with the history of the American Civil Rights Movement and its powerful leaders. We look forward to engaging with you and your students. Together we can build the next generation of compassionate, courageous, and conscientious leaders.
Good morning, guys, and welcome to another edition of Students with King Reading Corner. I am your moderator, Tyreek Wynn. Y'all, we got an amazing good one for y'all today, man. I'm so excited about this one. And it is the holiday season, so y'all, of course, obviously know that my background is a little bit different. Thought I'd, add a little Christmas flavor on up in this episode because we'll actually be reading a Christmas-themed book, which y'all get to see later on in the program. But what I want to know is where y'all are tuning in from. We want to give you guys an amazing shout-out throughout the program, so go ahead, comment your state, your classroom, your city, all that good stuff, the school. We want to know exactly where you guys are tuning in from. We like to know where everybody is watching, and we want to be able to give you guys an amazing shout out. Also, we do this program monthly, and we need your feedback. So we have this amazing QR code that y'all can fill out. This is our survey for Students with King Reading Corner. This helps us improve here at Students with King. So we really, really want to hear your feedback. All you got to do is put your phone up to that QR code, go ahead and scan that QR code, and then you can go ahead and fill out our survey. Like I said, it really helps us improve and makes the program better for you all that are watching here today. So guys, we have an amazing author that is going to be joining us. I'm so excited about this one. Oh, we actually got some people tuning in. We got Pia Smith. Good morning from Avondale Elementary, 4th grade. We love y'all. Y'all are always tuning in, supporting. We appreciate it. Eric Thomas, Mr. Thomas, Avondale Elementary, Georgia, DeKalb County. Good morning. Appreciate y'all so much tuning in this morning. We got Alexa Rose on in the building. We are listening from Scholars Academy for the Gifted and Artistically Elite. I like that name right there. We got the Artistically Elite on up in the building, man. I love it. We are a virtual school watching from all over the country. Okay, we like that, all over the U.S., man. Appreciate y'all so much tuning in. We really, really greatly appreciate that. Guys, I'm going to bring in our amazing author, who is the one and only Connie Morrison. She has been writing since she was a young girl. She is inspired every day by the big sounds and the bright colors of the world around her. She will be reading her amazing book, I Got the Christmas Spirit, guys. Please help me give a warm welcome to Miss Connie Morrison. Appreciate you so much for joining us today on this amazing Students with King Reading Corner. How are you doing?
I'm wonderful today. Thank you for having me, Tyreek.
Oh, yeah, of course. We are so glad you are joining us. And it's December, so you know what that means. It is Christmas time. It is the holiday season. You got a Christmas-themed book you're going to be reading that kind of fits in all of this.
Thank you. Thank you. Yes, it's the season for giving. It's the season for greatness. It's the season for receiving and sharing.
Awesome. I love that. So you have your amazing book, I Got the Christmas Spirit. You're going to have a chance to read that to all the amazing students and teachers that are listening. And of course, everybody else from around the world. And then we'll also do a Q&A at the end. So those of you guys who are watching, those of y'all who are listening, make sure y'all go ahead, put your questions for Miss Connie in the comments. And then I'll try to get to as many of them as possible. Let's go ahead and kick off this book reading.
Okay. Here goes. I got the Christmas spirit. And the little girl is holding a gift. She is going to give a gift rather than receive a gift. As I stated, this is the time, 'tis the season for giving greatness. And greatness can be in the form of a word. So I'm going to share a lot of great, fun, happy words with you today. I got the Christmas spirit. I woke up with the spirit of the season. Rise and shine. And you know, sometimes when you're down and it's Christmas time, just like the little girl miraculous in the book, just open your hands real wide and just take it in. Rise and shine. I heard the spirit in the air. Ding, dong, ding. Ding, dong, ding. I've been saving the spirit all year long. Jingle, jingle, who's been saving their coins? Who's been saving their dreams? Who's been saving candy, little treats? I know I've been saving a lot. Jingle, jingle. I sang the spirit from my heart. Fa la 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 la. This one reminds me of New York. I'm from New York. I tasted the spirit with my mouth. Yum, yum. And I don't know who's been to New York, but if you've been to New York City, you smell the spirit in the air. It's everywhere. You smell the sweet smells of caramel, the sweet smells of the nuts that they roast right on the streets in the big city. Yum, yum. I shivered in the spirit as it nipped my nose. Achoo! And growing up in the city for me, guys, The spirit would wish off the buildings in the form of wind. And so when the wind would hit the buildings and hit our bodies, me, my mother, my friends, it would just give us the sense to want to sneeze. Achoo. I swirled and twirled around the spirit. Swish, swish. And you know, the Christmas spirit brings ice. Even in Georgia, there are ice skating rings. And when you're on an ice skating ring and you're going around and around and you're twirling and you're swishing all around the ice, it gives you the spirit of Christmas. Even in the midst of a storm, even when it's hot, you still feel the Christmas spirit when you're on the ice skating ring, twirling and swirling. Swish, swish. I sparkled in the spirit of the lights. Bling, bling. And I don't know if where you live, but if you have snow at Christmas time and the Christmas lights, it gives the sense of or the sight of glistening in the air, almost like heaven is sprinkling diamonds to the earth. Bling, bling. I felt the spirit deep down in my soul. Mercy, mercy. And this is what I mentioned at the beginning. Tis the season of giving. Because when you give, it comes from your heart that's connected to your soul. Mercy, mercy. God has mercy on us every day. He grants us with the gift of mercy. And when we give the gift of mercy. Mercy, mercy. I chased the spirit through the store. Zoom, zing, zoom, zing. And I know you guys are so excited when you go Christmas shopping with mommy and daddy or grandma, glamma, nana, whomever, when you get to go to the toy section and there's that little bike or something, a little car that you can test out and you ride up and down the aisles. Zoom, zing, zoom, zing. I wished for the spirit everywhere. Ho, ho, ho. And how many of us get to go to the mall and visit with Santa or even go to the North Pole to Santa's house and visit with Santa and get to tell him what we want? Some of us don't get the opportunity to visit with Santa, but that don't stop us. We can write letters. We can write it on a piece of tissue and tell Santa what the spirit is to us and what we want for Christmas. And guess what? Santa hand delivers all of our dreams and our wants right to God himself. How great is that? Ho, ho, ho. I spread the spirit with my smile. Dazzle, dazzle. And guess what, guys? A smile is actually a gift. You never know what somebody is feeling or what they're going through. And just to see your beautiful smile in your teeth, dazzle, dazzle, you never know how great of a gift that is to someone just to see you smile. So, if nothing else, give the gift of your smile everywhere you go. Just smile. Dazzle, dazzle. I I have the spirit in me every day. The spirit is here. The spirit is not only me, the spirit is you. The spirit is to discover something new. So every day, not just on Christmas Day, every day, we can have the sense of the spirit. The sense of the spirit is peace, is gratitude, is kindness, is love. And those are all gifts that we can give free of charge. It comes from our heart, and our heart generates everything from deep down in our soul. 'Tis the season to be happy. The tide is in cheer. Let's spread the spirit, and I'm going to throw something in there. Let's spread the spirit of love every day of the year. Happy holidays. I have the school. I have the Christmas. I got the Christmas spirit, guys. And I hope after you heard the story, you have the Christmas spirit too.
Yes, I love that. That was amazing. That was an amazing book right there. Kind of got me. I mean, I was already in the spirit, but it got me in the spirit a little bit more. So got me even more excited about it. So yeah, that was fantastic. We appreciate you taking so much, taking your time to read this book to the students today. So want to kick it off with a little Q&A. So guys, make sure if you have, make sure you get your questions ready. Go ahead, put those questions down in the comments so that way we can get to them as well. Of course, continue to let us know where you guys are tuning in from. State, city, school, all that good stuff. But we got the Rowe family from upstate New York. And you was actually talking about New York in your book. So yeah, I love that. That's awesome. And then also, guys, make sure y'all fill out that QR code as well. And then we got Dr. Langston's 5th grade class, Flat Shoals Elementary in Rockdale County. Good morning. Appreciate y'all so much for tuning in. Oh, yeah. Then we got Mrs. Thomas's 2nd grade gifted students from in Gwinnett County. So yeah, we appreciate y'all tuning in as well. Thank y'all so much. Then the Rowe family again. Hello from the Rowe family, homeschool 4th grader Carrington Rowe. We'll appreciate y'all.
Hi, Carrington.
This morning. And then Veronica saying, "Wow, she must have really loved the book that you read."
Thank you.
Yeah. So tell us a little bit about the book, right? So talking about the holiday season, talked about a little bit of everything, talked about going to see Santa, doing the Christmas shopping, the spirit of giving and all that stuff. I want to talk a little bit more about the spirit of giving, right? Yeah. I feel like a lot of times around this holiday season, we always concerned about, okay, what's under the tree for me? You know what I'm saying? But what are some different ways or some different strategies that we can practice giving back to the community, or just even giving to other people in our family? What are some different ways we can practice that, and then also give some examples on ways we can give back to the community for those that may not have any ideas.
Yes, so I'll start with the community, and then I'll bring it back to family. Well, me growing up as a child, my community was more family to me than my biological family. And one of the things that I did as a child, and I do even more now for my community, is cleanup. You can schedule cleanups through your local churches, through your local community centers, and just kind of get your neighbors to go through the area and clean up. That's one way of giving, because now you're cleaning the area that you live. Another great thing to do is mentor. Everybody has some type of mentorship. If you've been through something, or whether it's good or bad, it's a testimony. A tragedy, triumph turns into a testimony, and it's something that you could share with people in your community to uplift them. So that's some of the things that I've did as a child, and I still continue to do. Another thing is, no matter what you're going through, just smile through it. Weeping may endure for a night, but joy comes in the morning. So a smile, you never know how far a smile could go, and how it will affect the person. So smile. If you see an elderly person walking and they have a lot of packages and they need help, you just go and you ask if you could assist them, if you can help. So those are ways to help in your community. Being kind, sharing, a smile, and those are ways to also give back. Now, with family, ways to give is, I tell my kids all the time, helping around the house is the greatest gift you can give me. So you can clean up the home. Yeah. I'm a writer, and so writing is a wonderful gift. You can always write little notes, little if you have little stickets or pieces of paper and tape, you could tape little things around the house as a surprise to somebody. I do it all the time. Even I have one grandson, um, and he loves to draw. So he'll draw me little pictures and
Mhm.
post them everywhere. And I'll write him little notes and post it everywhere. And sometimes even in frustration, I will post little notes on the refrigerator. I'll post them on mirrors like help guys, or wow, look what mommy found, look what grandma found. And so those are ways to give without paying anything, but just to show appreciation and to show love. Or you could just say it, I love you. That's one of the biggest gifts you can give someone, is to tell them that you love them, that you appreciate them.
I love that. That is so awesome that you said that. And that's actually what the beloved community is all about
Yes.
spreading the joy of love and just loving on each other, no matter the skin, personality, all that stuff. That's exactly what the beloved community is all about. So definitely appreciate you sharing that. Richard Bridges saying, I love this. God bless. Oh, thank you, Richard. We appreciate you
You, yes.
tuning in. And then we have someone else who is tuning in. We have hello from the media center with Mrs. Woods and Anthony. Let me see. Hold on. Okay, there we go. And Miss Anthony's class at Walnut Creek Elementary in McDonough, Georgia. Appreciate
Hi,
y'all.
everyone.
And yeah, thank you guys. Then we got Scholars Academy. Looks like we got a question. And they want to know, how did you collaborate with the illustrator? Oh, that's a great question because we was actually
Yes, it is. Okay, so let me explain. First, authors and illustrators, a lot of times they don't work together. The publishing houses pair them up. So the writer will write a book, the author will write a book, and the publishing house that invests in the author will already have an illustrator, and that's the person who paints or colors or draws the book. They will have an illustrator in mind. Just so happens that the illustrator of I Got the Christmas Spirit is my husband. And I wrote the book and sent it, shopped it to a few agents. And this is how I chose my first agent that I had. Um, and in return, she loved the book. And before she shopped the book, she asked me, well, why don't you get your husband to create a few sketches for the book? And so that's how she shopped the book. And upon shopping the book, my husband wasn't signed. We had two totally different agents. And so I wasn't using my married name at first. I was using my maiden name, Connie Schofield. And so the publisher already had Frank Morrison, who is my husband, in mind, not knowing that he was my husband.
oh
And
wow.
so the publishers is actually who paired me and Frank up for the first book. And once they invested in my book, I shared with them that I wanted the book to be a series, and they believed in my dream. So, just like Dr. Martin Luther King, I had a dream too. And so, after I got the rhythm, they began to ask me to create books for certain holidays and just certain themes. So, that's how that came about.
Yeah,
That's
I
how the
love that.
collaboration came about.
Yeah, that's fantastic. That's awesome. Especially like I always say, there's nothing like doing something, but when it's especially when it comes to doing it with your partner, right?
Yes.
Yeah, your life partner and stuff, and you guys were able to do this together, and that's absolutely fantastic. And he did a great job on them illustrations. Like the illustrations was busted. Like they look good. So shout
Yes,
out to him.
thank you. Who else could capture me, my daughters, and my dream in a book other than my husband, right?
Yeah, exactly, for sure. And then we also got Christy Langston, Dr. Langston's class question. They said they want to know, when did you first realize you wanted to be a writer?
I love that question, Mrs. Langston, in her class. Um, I've written all my life, literally from before I could remember. However, in my second grade teacher name was Miss Kason, and she lived in Queensbridge, Queens, New York. She believed in my talent, even when my parents didn't understand that I had a gift. And so in second grade was when I can say I was comfortable writing because there was an adult to facilitate my words and to speak for me. And so I've literally been writing comfortably since I was about 6 or 7 in the second grade.
I love that.
Second grade.
Yeah, that's fantastic. I love that. So it's always good to start young.
Yes.
That way you start young, and then you start developing this habit of good writing and stuff. And then of course you're in school too, so of course here you got that on top of it. And then next thing you know, you got books out, and you just doing the dang thing. So yeah, I love that. That is fantastic. And also, guys, don't forget to make sure you guys scan the QR code. Really helps us improve here at Students with King Reading Corner. We got another question. Did you love to write when you were in elementary school? What motivated you to be a great writer then? Great question. Thank you.
Yes, it is a great question. Um, as I stated, I've written, yes, that's one of the things that I did a lot in elementary school. I joined the literature club. We had that growing up, where some kids love art, some kids love science. I loved English and language arts. I read a lot. My favorite, believe it or not, author, two authors when I was a child was Judy Bloom and Beverly Clearly. The characters that they had, especially Ramona with Beverly Clearly. Ramona, I identified with her her behaviors. So she was very inquisitive and she questioned a lot and she loved adventures, and so did I. And so as a child in elementary school, that was my hobby. I wrote, writing was my voice. I grew up in an old school in the traditional times when children got spankings or pinched on the mouth, so you could not say certain things. So I would write it. I wrote everything. And loving history, I had in New York, growing up in New York, we had ethnic studies. So we learned a lot about um, great African American leaders that were before me. And so one of the women that I used to read about, and I would question my mother and ask my mother and try to go to the library to rent her, to borrow her books, was Ida B. Wells. And actually, one day in a dream, she actually came to me and told me, "You have the right, RIGHT, to write, and WRITE." And so, through even a dream with her visiting, it gave me the confidence to write. So that's what I did throughout elementary school.
Yeah, that's fantastic. I love that so much. And you said two key things right there. You said one, you have the right to write, and then you also said write something to the point of writing is my voice.
Yeah.
And I love those two things together. And I think those two things really speak volume. Is that there is so much we can put on a piece of paper and literally just come out with a whole masterpiece. So it's great. It's great that you shared that. And hopefully that can be really inspiring to the listeners and the viewers who are watching right now. And then we also got something else. Thank you for sharing this story. It's always more meaningful with students' experience and authors sharing of their words. Felice, student at Clayton State University. Oh, appreciate y'all tuning in.
Thank you, Felice. Thank you.
Yeah, so Miss Connie, I think I guess we can hurry up and get this question in. But yeah, quick answer here. Do you have any advice for future writers?
Yes, I do. So I have this composition book and I have tons of them. Pick up a book, pick up a pencil, and write. Write out your feelings, whether they're happy, whether they're sad, if you're angry, if you're mad, whatever it is, write it. If someone says something to you, I have a little pad and a pen that I carry in my purse. So people tend to say things and you never know what type of words stick to you. Words stick to you like glue. And so I take my pen and my pad. If somebody writes something and I know I'm not going to remember it at home, I'll take it out and I'll write it. I'll write it. And even with my phone, I'll screenshot people words that are inspiring to me. You never know how far your words will go. Words do grow. They grow. They grow and they grow and they grow. So you write them and you read them and you share them, and you never know who will invest in you, who will believe in your words. Write it.
That is fantastic. That is powerful. And that is a great note to close it out on. Thank you so much, Miss Connie, so much for joining us on this amazing Students with King Reading Corner. We appreciate you taking time to read your amazing book, I Got the Christmas Spirit. And that is available on Amazon and also Bloomsbury.com. So make sure you guys go and get that amazing book. Thank you so much, Miss Connie. We appreciate you.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, yeah, of course. Yeah. We greatly appreciate your time. And guys, thank you all so much for tuning in to this amazing edition of Students with King Reading Corner. Thank you to our program manager, Mr. Donald Bullock, for putting this amazing program on. Also, Dr. Bernice A. King, the CEO of the King Center. Thank you guys so much for allowing me to be the moderator for this amazing program, Students with King Reading Corner. Guys, in January, we have some amazing things coming up. We have, of course, KHO, the King Holiday Week that is vastly approaching in January. So make sure you guys join us for some amazing events that week. And we'll actually be having a Students with King during that week as well. And we have an amazing program. That program is going to take place on January 10th at 9 a.m. Not 10 a.m. It's going to take place at 9 a.m. this time. And for more information, you can visit thekingcenter.org. And then we have the moderator is going to be Mika the Bunny. Then we got a puppeteer. And then we also got Miss Bonita Hampton-Smith, who is the COO of the King Center. And she's also an author. And she's going to be reading her book, Lindsay Benzie. So make sure you guys tune in to that. Also, we have some amazing events coming up during that week. We have the Global Youth Summit. That's going to be awesome. The King Center is posting about that. We also have, of course, the amazing commemorative service that is going to take place that Monday as well. So make sure you guys come out to all those events. A lot of those events are open to the public. So just visit thekingcenter.org. You can check out the list of those events. Also, last but not least, make sure y'all take time to fill out this QR code. Really helps us improve here at Students with King. All you got to do is put your phone up to that QR code. Go ahead and scan it. And then you can scan that QR code, take our amazing survey. Only takes a couple of minutes, and it really helps us out here at the King Center so we can get better and improve with Students with King Reading Corner. Once again, thank y'all so much for tuning in to this amazing Students with King Reading Corner. Have a Merry Christmas. Have an amazing holiday season. See you guys next time.
Hi, I'm Dr. Bernice A. King.
And I'm Dr. Kimberly P. Johnson.
And we are the co-authors of
It Starts With Me. Well, it starts with me.
No, I think it really starts with me.
No.
Well, maybe it just starts with you.
It starts with you.
This is a book for children and the rest of the world about love. A powerful word that really can change and transform our world. Now, this girl here is Amora. So Amora is going to take us on a journey around the world with her friends, talking about how we can be loved.
Thank you so much for reading this book. It Starts With Me. Dr. King's vision is coming to life, and you guys are going to carry that vision into the world. Have fun reading.
We want our children and you parents to be loved in the way you speak, in the way you act, and in the way you think. That's what it starts with me about. It starts with me. I am the one who infects the world with love.
It starts with me.